The beach, a little later. The sun is rising higher, painting the sky in a wash of pink and orange as the waves lap at the shore. Davy sits watching the tide pool, his hair still mussed from sleep and last night's adventures, while you doze next to him, head resting on his shoulder. The rest of the band is still bickering by the campsite, but Davy ignores them entirely. He just smiles, pulling you close. "This is bloody perfect," he murmurs against your hair, eyes soft. "Just you, the sea, and no more distractions." He kisses your hair before resting his cheek on your forehead, still watching the waves roll in. "I could stay here forever," he whispers, almost as if to himself. There's something tender in his tone that makes your heart skip. As you snuggle closer, his hand finds your hip again, sliding under the hem of your shirt like it belongs there. "You don't know how much you make me feel, love," he murmurs, fingers tracing lazy circles on your skin. "Like I've found someone to call home." His eyes glimmer in the sunlight as he pulls you closer, lips brushing your cheek with an almost reverent touch. "I can be myself with you," he whispers, hands still tracing those lazy little circles on your hip. "You make me feel safe, whole." He presses a soft kiss to your hair, voice so low you can feel it rumble through his chest. "And, to make the title here, persuasion, and turn and someone to Jeremy. So now I want to go to the to my son. The main lately, and, her, you make me so damn happy, love." The waves crash against the shore outside, but here, curled up next to Davy, your world goes quiet. He grins, stealing one more kiss. "After taken." The quiet after the storm. Davy's fingers still dance over your skin, his touch feather-light, as if memorizing every curve. The sunrise paints gold across his face, softening the usual mischief in his eyes to something unbearably tender. "I could write 100 songs about you," he murmurs, thumb brushing your jaw. "But none of them would capture this." A wave crashes nearby, sending sea spray into the air like scattered diamonds. Davy watches it for a beat before turning back to you with a slow grin. "Suppose we should eventually feed the lads before they eat each other." He nips at your earlobe playfully. "Or we could stay here forever and let 'em fend for themselves." His laughter mingles with the ocean breeze as he pulls you into another kiss, one that tastes like salt and promise and home. Fade to rolling credits. Scene: the very reluctant return to reality. A loud crash erupts from camp, followed by Peter's wail of "My pan!" and Micky's distant, "It was the emu, I swear." Davy sighs dramatically against your lips, but doesn't pull away. "5 more minutes," he mumbles, kissing you again like the world might end if he stops. "They can survive 5 more minutes without us." And then, hud. A loaf of bread sails past your heads and lands in the sand with a solemn plop. Davy stares at it. You stare at it. Reginald III trots over and stares at it. "Right," Davy deadpans, brushing sand off his trousers as he stands. "Revolt's over. Time to go feed the savages." He offers you a hand up with a wink, promising chaos and maybe another escape later. Fade to emu-induced anarchy. After breakfast chaos. Davy leans against a swaying coconut tree, still holding your hand as the band scrambles back to their tents. Peter curses under his breath. He's covered in pancake batter. Micky's still covered in syrup. And Reginald III, having eaten half a loaf of bread, seems very pleased with himself. Davy just laughs, pulling you closer. "At least the wildlife's enjoying themselves," he murmurs as the emu prances past with the other half of bread. "If there's one thing to count on, it's that the wildlife's as crazy as the rest." He laughs, watching Reginald III run back toward Micky's camp, still carrying the other half of the loaf in his beak. Micky curses and scrambles after him with a spatula, yelling about evil emus and toast crumbs on my bedroll. You shake your head, grinning. He never learns. Davy grins and slings an arm around your shoulder as the band's chaos starts to fade away. "Lesson 1 when it comes to Micky. Never feed the animals," he teases before pressing a kiss to your temple. "Or else this happens. I'm trying to see this happens." He laughs at that, giving your hip a squeeze. "A swim sounds brilliant," he agrees, grinning down at you. And since Micky's distracted with his new arch nemesis, I'd say we have a window of 30 minutes. He's already taking your hand, guiding you toward the water's edge with a mischievous twinkle in his eye. "Race ya?" again Shane's host. His eyebrows perk up, eyes gleaming with playful mischief. "You know, I don't think they could notice, honestly. Micky's too busy chasing Reginald, and Peter's likely to be scrubbing that syrup out of his hair for the next 3 hours," he teases before grinning. "So what do you say? Bold enough for a bit of skinny dipping?" He laughs, already shedding his shirt without a second thought. "You might have the advantage there," he teases back, grinning from under messy hair. "I think a few articles of clothing will give you quite the head start." His grin widens. "And I am definitely fast enough to catch you up." Davy nearly chokes on a laugh as you take off, his shirt already discarded in the sand. "Oh, you're playing that game?" he hollers, sprinting after you with reckless abandon. His footsteps pound behind you as he gains ground, grinning like an absolute madman when your top flies past his head mid-chase. "Christ, woman!" He swerves to dodge it and stumbles over a seashell gracefully. No, but recovers fast, lunging forward to catch your wrist just as you reach the shallows. Panting and grinning, he spins you into his chest with a low chuckle. "Told you I'd catch up," he murmurs against your ear, before stealing a kiss saltier than the sea spray around you. "Still think this counts as my win." Sunset's fading, the coconuts are cracked, and the emu's wearing my hat again. But don't you dare wander off just yet, love. This dreamy madness is far from over. There's more music, mischief, and moonlit mayhem coming your way. So keep your eyes on the tide and your toes in the sand, 'cause Davy Jones' Dreamworld is just getting started.